just now for the live, I have no freaking idea what happened. Okay, the Wi-Fi conflicted with YouTube because of some security risk, and they just stopped YouTube. I don't know why. Okay, can you guys hear me on YouTube? This is plugged to YouTube. Okay, Facebook usually is okay. Can you guys hear me? If yes, can you please acknowledge? Yes, Kenneth, good to see you. All right, Kenneth, loud and clear. Thank you. Okay. Shalom, shalom. Yes. Hi, Sean. Good to see you. Okay, Cindy, good to see you. Mayun, good to see you too. Florence, good to see you. Okay, sounds good. Oh, okay. Finally, wow. It's like so my first to click a like, Siu Ching. Thank you. First to click a like. Okay, Irene also click a like. Okay, thank you. Louis, good to see you. Kylie, good to see you. Okay, Angela, good to see you. Sorry, I took so long to get it up because first of all, my traveling schedule was terrible, and on top of that, I was flying to the Middle East and back. Gotta help B and things like that. So I didn't have time to go live. And just now, when I tried to go live, guess what happened? The Wi-Fi of the mall conflicted with YouTube. I've never met this situation before. So I live for 10 seconds, it died. All right, cool. Sorry, it's not a little bit late, but I thought it's a very important time to talk about what's going on. Why the stock market is crashing. So it puts some perspective, okay? Cool, so that we know what to do. I'm in a little cafe right now. I'm sorry, Clarin. Okay, make you wait. I have a piece of cake right now that waiting for me. Okay, once you've downloaded the slides, please let me know. I'm ready to start. Okay? Yes. Cool. All right, good. Okay. So for those who just come tomorrow, no school. Okay, cool. Maybe you got school tomorrow? Facebook is not working. No, I on my Facebook already. Have you guys got the slides? Okay. I've on Facebook 2, not Facebook 1. All right, cool. Oh, your boy. Okay, Happy Teachers Day. Okay. I don't think I'm a teacher, so I 不敢当. Okay. Okay, so you guys ready? I'm going to start. Today's topic is a very interesting topic. I want to describe the various things happening right now in the world and why the world is in such a very convoluted state right now. And the title of my slide is Our World in Economic Chaos. Our World in Economic Chaos. Okay? The problem with our world right now is that it is not just one thing happening. It's a bit cleaner. As a trained economist, I can in some sense predict what's going to happen. Thank you, Grace, okay, for joining us. Kimi, thanks for joining us. So, as a trained economist, I could generally predict, when I have one or two occurrence, I can predict the impact. Okay, but right now we don't have such an environment right now. We have a complicated environment, and I'll describe to you what a complicated environment and why this makes economic predictions more difficult. Before I start, I just want to say that this is not a session to teach you where to buy or sell. Okay, it's more for education, and more for entertainment. Okay. Have you heard of this thing called Black Swan? Black Swan. When we talk about Black Swan event, it's an unexpected, high impact event. COVID is a Black Swan event. Okay, for example, September 11 is a Black Swan event. Iraq War is a Black Swan event. Blah blah. But Ukraine War, Russia War is a Black Swan event. So when we talk about, I don't know why they call it Black Swan. The other one is a grey rhino. Okay, Black Swan, grey rhino. They use funny animals, but it doesn't matter. Background noise a bit loud. Okay, I've tried to use you know, this thing really, I'm sorry, this is the best I can do. Either I wait for another day, then, you know, anyway. The issue that we have right now is that there are too many black swans flying around right now. I never met an economic environment where I see so many black swans flying. Okay, so there is too many black swans that are flying around right now, and therefore I want to describe what these impacts are and what most likely the resultant impact is. Okay. First of all, let's talk about what I think is one of the biggest black swan. One of the biggest black swan is China. Okay, so China, when the whole world thought that it's going to come out of COVID, well and good, and therefore I feel in certain prices, Chengdu just got locked down. Chengdu is not like macam Singapore, no. Chengdu got 21 million people, and if I'm not wrong, Shenzhen also kena lockdown. The lockdown are non-stop one. This China is a happy, just lockdown. And I said before, I'm going to say again, China is like that. You go to a shopping mall, if they suddenly detect that in level 3, someone kena COVID, they shut down the whole mall straight away. Nobody can go out, and you stay there for very, very long until this whole thing over. It's very, very scary. So China's cities are now battling COVID all over again. This won't end. Resistance is futile. Back early half a year ago, we already said that resistance is futile. They're still doing it. In fact, why are they waiting right now? Are they stupid or what? No, I think there's a lot of face saving, and there's a lot of trying to prevent massive death. First of all, they probably recognize that their own vaccine is not as good, okay, as compared to the mRNA vaccine. So they are trying to develop better vaccine, or they are hoping for a super vaccine that can stop this Omicron spread. There's no way to stop this Omicron. Maybe there's a vaccine that will come. I don't know. I'm not a scientist. But even the mRNA vaccine is futile, in stopping the spread of COVID. How many of you all have kena COVID already? Maybe it's easier to ask when they're around. How many of you have not kena COVID? Until now, I suspect already kena twice already. Okay, for sure kena once. Okay, the second time I don't know why the thing didn't come out. Okay, wow, Mayin, you lucky. Wow, so many people never kena. You are lucky, man. Okay, wow, never kena before. You're lucky. Have you all go and test your blood? Okay, I suspect maybe some of you have got it, you didn't know. Wasn't there a Singapore report that says that 30% of Singaporeans haven't kena before? Okay, so your family's 40% kena, not you. Okay, well, I think you guys are lucky. Okay, it's just an ordinary airport. Okay, but bottom line is that they are looking for a super vaccine. Okay, this I think even come out won't be so fast. Okay, YouTube guys, you know what to do. You all gotta give a like. Okay, please don't make me beg for you all again and again and again. All of you gotta give a like. Okay. My whole family kena already. Okay, so now to make matter worse in China, they don't just have a COVID problem. They got drought right now. The drought is damn freaking serious. Okay, the drought is serious. It's so serious that a lot of the power stations are now not operating properly, or not even operating. And the Yangtze River is dried up quite a lot and things like that. Now they are firing rockets to the sky to try to seep the clouds to create rain. I don't know the level of success. I tried to Google the level of success. I didn't see any results. So chances are it's one of those things that China try not to let the whole world know too much. Okay, so China now has a serious drought problem. How about Andy? The serious drought problem has hit and is going to hit China very, very badly. Okay. So if you read the news, the drought and power shortages, has created a lot of supply chain issue again. Okay. On one hand, all the economic issues that are facing China is lowering their demand. A lot of people stop buying. Okay, a lot of people stop buying. A lot of people stop buying. A lot of people stop ordering things and things like that. The oil prices fell again. It went up and then fell again. Now it's $80 a barrel. Okay, so that's good. That's good. It will the lowering of demand lowers the pressure on inflation. So that's generally a good thing. However, China is a factory of the world. I think they produces 20% of the world's things. So therefore, all these supply chain snag will cause supply to cut back. As a result, create inflationary pressure. So you can see these two are conflicting impact. I have no, unless I have historical data, I run what we call a regression. There's no way I can calculate which effect is stronger. Okay. And then China now have what we call an insolvency risk. All these are newspaper article, news article, insolvency risk. China is insolvent, how serious. People stop paying money to the bank for their mortgages, and the largest bank now have crisis. So China is now facing a lot of problems. All these have implications to the world. Okay. Now, weather problems didn't just hit China, in case some of y'all think. Okay, weather problems hit a hell of the part of the world. Okay, so on one hand we have got Texas. Texas also have a serious drought, and Texas produce a lot of cotton. On the other hand, Pakistan has the reverse of a drought. They are flooding. It's a massive flooding, and both of them are big cotton producer, and that sets cotton price all the way up. That's inflationary risk. Fortunately, clothes not so life and death. I think men don't buy a lot of clothes. Women, stop buying clothes for a while. Not so bad, but it is something that drives. Prices up tremendously. So the world is in weather crisis that result in economic crisis in many places as well. EU natural gas prices actually shot up. Okay, and this was in this spike. European Union's gas prices spiked up tremendously and fell, and then it went up again. Look at that. Only yesterday it fell again. Okay, so everybody is anticipating that they will have a rough winter with soaring gas prices. So gas prices going up. Now, I cannot understand the relationship between gas and oil. I thought they are perfect substitute, but looks like they are not. Okay, so looks like they are not. So gas in the whole world, okay, gas. A lot of countries have power being produced by different types of sources. In China, it's coal. In EU, it's gas, okay, and so on. And in maybe some Nordic countries, it's wind, okay, and some in US, I really don't know what, nuclear or something like that. Okay, so as you can see, the spread of power. I read a article that's written by a power experts, is that most countries are dependent heavily on one, and that's where the risk is. Okay. Supposing the world have no more wind, for example, then those wind turbines are not working, then the Nordic countries would have been hit terribly. So right now, EU is hit terribly by natural gas price spike. Okay, so it's a pretty serious impact right now. Okay. Now you may not realize this, but against the Sing dollar, many countries, major currencies are depreciating phenomenally. And I use the Sing dollar because you're more familiar with it. But actually, the truth is there's a lot of currency right now having massive depreciation. Okay, against the US dollar. Now let's take a look. Let's take a look at what are these currencies. Okay. can you look at all the graphs? Almost everyone is going down versus the Sing. This is the Korean one. It went down over the last 1 year. This is a ringgit, went down, but not so much, but went down. This is the UK pound. The UK pound started at about 180 something this year. Now it's 160. You know how serious it is. This is the euro. The euro started at 160. Now it's 140, 139. This is the Japanese yen. I didn't realize the Japanese yen fell by 20% versus Sing. 20%. You know how serious is 20%? Every one of you all should go to Japan for holidays right now. I don't know whether Wei Xiang going to see you. Do you all, any one of you know whether if we go to Japan, there's going to be Japan there is a quarantine and things like that. Okay, quite keen to go there and try. The only currency that is doing phenomenally strong now is the US dollar. Okay, and there's one simple reason why. The US dollar is viewed as a safe haven, and the US interest rate is spiking high. So a lot of the capital flows will move from low interest rate, high interest rate. Japan uniquely refused to increase the interest rate. As a result, the currency dive. Okay, and if you haven't noticed, the Sing dollar deposit right now on the banks has also started to go up. So therefore we have a major depreciation. Don't think of it. Everybody say, "Wow, the Singapore dollar very strong, very nice. I go overseas, buy things, go for holiday, very nice." What's wrong with a strong Sing dollar? Our export competitiveness goes down. People like me who is basically in the importation business, it's okay. It's okay. I buy things cheaper and things like that, and I can pass off the cost savings to the customer. But not most of the exporters. When we export in Sing dollar, most of the case, you will kena chalat, So therefore, now what we have, it's a very turbulent currency environment right now, where currency either go massively down or massively up. Okay. Yep. So therefore we are in a black swan event where currency have huge fluctuations right now. I've never seen currency move in this kind of magnitude. Okay, and these are major currencies. These are not your Asian economic crisis kind of environment. Okay, these are major currencies. And then we have got US. It was doing very well, and suddenly the Federal Reserve Chairman came out and just said, we'll go at it, until the inflation is resolved. As a result, wow, the US stocks now are coming down fiercely, just because of Federal Reserve Chairman saying what he has said. Okay, what we call hawkish, and yeah, so it is a very serious environment. Ashton said that Japan reopened its border to travelers on visa and guided tours from June the 10th, but remain closed to independent travelers. From September the 7th, it will be possible to enter on unguided tour package. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, so I think Japan, you go right now, will be a wonderful, exciting environment. Okay, things will be very cheap. All across the world, in major cities right now, okay, Henry, I agree with you that there is an overreaction to the whole market. Okay, that's why I was just waiting, prepare to shoot again. Okay, so sorry. All across the world, in major cities, house prices are coming down. Okay, house prices are coming down. So it is a very clear signal that inflation will have a correction in at least from the component of property prices. Okay, so that's great. So we do have some good news, some bad news, and things like that. But people don't generally view a property recession as good. Okay, I think it's very, very good. But can you see that right now globally there are many, many things happening? Some cause the prices go up, some cause the prices go down, some have economic implication and so on. So all these are very convoluted right now, and it's very, very difficult to tell. Okay, moving to Singapore on property, I was dead sure that property prices is going to have an adjustment. Guess what? Then the government announced that, oh, we're going to launch a new work pass for top talents. New work pass for top talents. I think they grant something like uh, if if you have a minimum salary of $30,000, or you have some outstanding achievement in the tech arts and things like that, you can come and work easily in Singapore. Get a work pass easily. It get work pass in Singapore has been very, very tough, super tough. Now you may say $30,000 minimum salary very, very high. No, no. When you are of the high caliber, it's quite easy. All these people, when they come, guess what happens? Yeah, they'll push up property prices. Okay, maybe not the $30,000. Nobody will stay in HDB, but they'll probably push up. Okay, push up property prices in a higher end segment. Okay, so if you put all of this together, okay, all this together, it's difficult to tell whether the property price go up or go down. It's really difficult. I still feel that there'll still be some softening, and probably at certain segment it will go up. But I'm not so sure people will. I'm not so sure people will have a. Um, People will make decisions so fast. Oh no, Singapore relax already. Oh, all come over. I mean, to relocate, you gotta find a job, you gotta do this, you gotta do it. There's a lot of things will happen, right? So not so straightforward. But what's the bottom line? The bottom line is that I've already highlighted there are many, many black swans that are happening together at the same time. To have one in the past is rare already. Yeah, to have one in the past is rare. Now you have many, many all happening. It's like all the black swans are flying around. Wow. In Chinese, you got 黑天鹅事件. Usually one black swan is very serious. Now you have many, many black swans flapping around. Some are crying, some are laughing. Very, very. It literally makes prediction of economic predictions nearly impossible. Okay. As an economist, I can guess roughly the impact of each and individual on them. And in fact, there are economic models that you can have historical data, you can calculate the resultant effect. There's no way you can do that for this one. Many of them are unprecedented, never have historical data. So it's very difficult to tell what's the bottom line impact. Which also means that, okay, for people who like to pick stocks, you not just have to analyze the impact of the individual company, and you also have to analyze the impact of all these things all together. Okay, so it is like what Ben say here. It is very easy for a person the minute you see that, oh wow, it's so 乱, it's so complicated, so therefore it's all bad. I'm not convinced that it's going to be all bad. Okay, I'm in the opinion that it's going to be convoluted. It's quite different from bad. You think about it, the whole stock market is largely reacting on one factor, which is Jerome Powell's comments. Okay, but his comments didn't it's like say like never say. Okay, he said I'll be hawkish or that. That's a good thing. What you don't want is half pregnant. Okay, but the whole market overreacted, and that's fine. I'm less worried about to be frank, I'm less worried about his hawkish comment. I'm more worried about all the rest of the things that are happening right now. Hamburger says that Jerome Powell is the father of all black swans. Yeah, probably, yes. But all the other things that are happening right now will have very severe and serious economic implications to the rest of the world. Very, very serious. So therefore, I would just say that it will be really, moving forward is a period of huge volatility and uncertainty. Okay, I cannot I cannot say that it is for sure a period of a period of decline, but it's a period of huge volatility. And the volatility and uncertainty. Today good news come out, market go up. Tomorrow come out, go down, come out, that kind of thing, right? It's really a stage where sometimes many people, and I don't mean rude to the ladies, some of the boys you have got girlfriends like this before, okay? Moody, one day moody, one day happy, right? It's got easy lah. How many of you are moody boss before? I said this before. The stock market is going to be like that. 135 very happy, 246 not happy, Sunday take a break, the kind of thing. So the kind of economic fluctuation is what we're going to see. September is generally a pessimistic month, okay? But I'm armed and ready, when the market goes down really serious, I'll whack, okay? But if you take a step back, if you know that economic fluctuation and volatility is coming, that's okay. What you don't want is to be hit and shocked by it. That's the reason why I want to analyze for you. There are too many black swans that are happening right now. Therefore, don't be surprised when market goes up and down and down and down, then up and down and down and down. You just know that this is happening because of too many black swans happening, and that's okay. What you don't want is to be caught off guard. This is where when you miss certain market dips, okay, it's okay, know that it will happen again. Yeah, I know it happen again. In your market, your stock market start to rise again, don't be too happy. It will fall again. Yeah. So that's what I want everybody to know. And that's where the best advice I have for you is, if the market dips severely, but I would buy, I never say you should buy. I would buy and go on with my life. I help you with our work. Recently I became a live streamer, live stream seller. Okay, I've never been good at that. I pick up some new skills. Yeah. Okay. Today I continue to a company pitched to me. I almost invested in them. I have second thoughts right now. I've flown over to Israel to close some deals and to build some relationship with some new business partners and things like that. We go on with our lives. Don't make the stock market investment the anchor of your life. And then it goes up, you get high, it goes down, you get moody. This is what I want to train everybody. And by the way, those people in YouTube, why are you so stingy with your likes? When you give a like, you let more people know about this video, okay? And the reason why I want to let more people know the video is I want them not to overreact to this kind of economic upswings and downswings. Very, very important. It's okay. Just continue to go on with your life. If the opportunity is there, buy. If not, walk away, go on with your life. One should never be a full-time investor. It's very, very difficult because you will be impacted by all the upswings and downswings of the market. Okay? Yes. So my take is that we wait, okay, and wait, and when there's blood in the street, we go in. Okay? And so when you are in the stock market, don't be afraid of losing money in that sense. Okay, nobody likes it. But know that there is part and parcel of investment when it goes down. So the way to handle it is to make sure that you have other aspects of life to go on, okay, and balance it. For I know that this period will be a period of huge volatility and uncertainty. Okay, cool. Okay, so I hope that the world is in chaos right now. We know the world has many black swan events happening concurrently together. We know. Okay, just take a hint that it is going to be all okay in time to come. We just got to watch, and now it's just present some huge opportunity for us when the market dips. I would go in for sure. Okay, let's take this time to answer some questions, shall we? Okay, anyone have any questions? At what level will you go in again? I usually don't look at the absolute, I look at the environment. I look at environment when there's blood in the streets, real blood in the streets, okay? And the market kind of miss overly pessimistic and miss certain bright spot. I will go in fierce. So it's not an absolute number, but it's an economic environment, okay? Mind if I eat the cake while we talk? A bit more informal, huh? Okay. Next question, please. Is DCA a better way for investment? Yes, on the textbook case, dollar cost averaging is the best way, but it's really not. It's really not easy to do DCA. It's really not easy to do DCA. Okay, because for you to buy and any kind of environment is very difficult. I find it very difficult. What do you think of New Singapore Digital Bank? I don't know much about it. Okay, would you consider these few days fiercely decline and blood in the street? No lah, not yet. Small fried 菜鸟一只 small drop only. What's the next question? Are you still a believer in China in the near future? I've never been a believer in China. I believe that the economy will continue to rise. You talk about next 10, 20, 30 years. Aslim, are you Sulim? Aslim, sorry. Good to see you. I believe that the China economic miracle is going to continue. They're just having a little hiccup right now. But the China stock market is not equal to the Chinese economy. Yeah? Okay? So that is quite dangerous. Next question, please. Do you think China will relax COVID policy in the near future? China policy very difficult to predict. I don't think so. Our Prime Minister said that the era of low interest rate is over. What do you think? I totally agree. Inflation rate of 2%, sub 2%, I think those days are over. What do you think is the impact of quantitative tightening since money supply will shrink? It's really happening. Interest rate shoots up, aggregate demand goes down, tech sector goes down, property prices will fall and things like that. Wow, all bad. If I want to learn economics, how to get started, watch YouTube videos. That's quite easy, okay? Watch Mr. Lu video as well. What is your opinion of winter in EU? Will there be a gas crisis? I think the European right now has a lot of time to prepare for himself. If you go to Europe, what the people are doing right now to the houses is they're insulating the house. Last time, no insulation because the heat is so bad. Now they insulate the house, they buy portable heaters and things like that. So right now, I can see that they are a lot more prepared right now than what they used to be. Hi, Sally. What's your thought on USA banning the NVIDIA chip to China, Trade War Part 2? Clearly, US is trying to control the growth of China. I think that's just adversarial kind of reaction. I think it's unnecessary. Based on Black Swan events you have listed, it seems like only have a short-term impact on the economy. What's the main factor that is causing a volatility in the market? I think all of them has volatility in the market. Right now, the single biggest impact is fear of Federal Reserve rise in inflation. Okay, is the cake nice? To be frank, not very nice. Okay. Need enough gunpowder, I guess. Of course. 有钱生钱容易，没钱生鸡蛋都难。One must always keep dry powder. Must always, okay? If you notice in the round one when I fire off, I fired mainly CPF only. I still keep a lot of cash. I haven't fired a lot of cash yet. Do you think a tight labor market will turn around for the worse when after a pent-up demand phase? I hope so. The labor market is too tight globally right now. Seriously tight. Today I spoke to another company in Singapore. They can't find labor at all. Yeah. So I actually think the best thing will happen right now is a jala recession and just ease the entire economic situation. It's just too red hot right now. That's my opinion. I would call it the Great Recession. The good recession. Maybe the good recession. I need a good recession and to cool off the market. Too red hot. Any other questions? Okay. Okay. So I hope that you find my sharing useful. Remember, right now, it's an environment that's what I call a world in chaos, a world with too many black swans all flapping around. Stay cool. Know that what's the outcome is a huge volatility. Again and again. It's okay. Compare. Let's put things in perspective. This is my final remark. I've gone through Asia financial crisis. I've gone through the Bali bomb blast. I've gone through the Great Recession, the Lehman Brothers crisis. I've gone through COVID. This crisis don't feel anything like this. So I think it's okay. I think it's okay. In the Asia financial crisis, like it was doom and gloom. It was worse in the Great Recession. So I actually think that against the backdrop of all this, I think this is okay. Okay, I don't think this is that bad. Okay? Yeah. So we just make sure that we don't get all this turbulence happening. While this is a lot of black swans flapping, all the black swans are not very big. The black swans are not very big. Okay, so I think it's okay. In 2020, the pandemic, life and death was a concern. We all cannot go out and work. That kind of environment. Now I look at it, 菜鸟一碟, it's like a big deal right now. Okay, cool. Okay, it's good to see everybody again. Okay, it's good to see everybody again. Now more or less the pandemic is over. Just go out, live your life. Don't let whatever happens in the investment sector, cause you doom and gloom. It's okay. This cannot, from a mental point of view, this cannot occupy more than 5-10% of your life. You must have 90% of life pursuing for something. Focus on those things. With your family, your passion, your children, your careers or whatever, go pursue them all. Okay? Then occasionally with one eye you take a peek at this thing. It's okay. Yeah. Okay? Alright guys, have a good night, okay? It's nice talking to you guys. Good night everybody, okay? Good night. Okay, Wei Xiang, good night to you. Okay? Good night everybody, good night. Okay, good night. Zhi good night, okay? Ting Tang, good night. Louis, good night, okay? Yes, Ashton, good night to you. Okay? QI, good night to you. Good night to everybody, okay? Angela, good night to you too. Henry, good night to you. Gracie, is it Gracie or Grace Huang? Okay, good night to you too. Okay, night. Okay, Sean, good night to you too. Christopher, good night to you. Tommy, good night to you. Good night to all of you. Okay, yes, good night to all of you. Yeah, I spend a lot of time exercising. Now walking around, exercising. Yeah, life goes on. Big deal. Yeah. Okay. Good night, Sharon. Good night to you too. Tia, Victor. Good night to you. Really appreciate. Okay. Good night, everybody. Okay, good night. Sweet dreams. Okay, before you go, please give a like if you can. Okay, EK, good night to you too. Okay, good night. Good night, Tommy, Casey, good night to you. Chua, good night to you too. ECP, good night to you too. Okay, good night, everybody. Okay, good night. Good night.